Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a, guess you can call it a new series or a spin-off series, Tuesdays with Loka. A spin-off of Weekend at Loka's, which is a show where I stream video games and, well, I play video games basically. And a few weeks ago I did start playing through the Battlefield 1 war stories because it's something I kind of considered doing for a few reasons back in last year actually. However, I wasn't able to really go ahead with that, so but one of the reasons is that I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff for World War II, since it will be the 80th anniversary since that war ended. And the way I see it is that, like, you can't talk about World War II without going back to World War I. So that's kind of what I'm doing, starting with Battlefield 1, but also kind of considering doing with other World War I themed games. And that's kind of where Tuesdays with Lokas come in, because I kind of ran into an issue of, oh, it's kind of hard to plan. Well, okay, it's actually pretty easy to plan, it's just that things change constantly on my end, so I was trying to think of a way to actually go through with these, not have them stuck on the back burner because sudden other things come up, like say Verdansk. So yeah, this is a bit of an awkward first installment, I guess, of Tuesdays with Loka, because this is the second part of my streaming the Battlefield 1 war stories. The first part being for a Weekend at Loka's. But yeah, as I said, this is a bit of a spin-off, and the other thing with Tuesdays with Lokas, it's not necessarily going to be every Tuesday, like I do with Weekend at Lokas, where there's always a stream on one of the weekend days, or almost all, but most weekends. Occasionally there will be times where I have other plans and real life takes precedence. But yeah, the kind of gimmick of this show to do separate a little bit from Weekend at Lokas, as well as happy hours, even though there will always be some sort of carryover between all those three different streaming series. But the main gimmick for Tuesday with Loka is that, like with how Tuesdays with Morris, it's based around an old teacher, and I happen to be a teacher in the fields of history as well as Swedish, which would essentially be the equivalent of an English teacher in either the UK or US. So basically language and literary. Don't really call the proper word for it now. So that's gonna be the gimmick for Tuesday with Lokas. It's only going to be games related to either history or literary. I suppose I can throw in language there as well, but honestly I can't think of any games that are based on, like, completely based on just language. So yeah, it's just gonna be history and literary, which both are admittedly quite broad. But yeah, like that. So yeah, that's essentially gonna be my way to kind of not eat the cake and keep it at the same time, because I've learned in terms of videos and video series is that's simply not possible. But as kind of a way to have, I mean, essentially to not worry about for instance, when I started the first part, I knew right away that next weekend I was gonna be gone, and the weekend after would be Warzone focused, and then I was kind of unsure about the weekend after that because of the fact that Saturday, April the 12th would be Tom Clancy's birthday, so I kind of figured doing something more Tom Clancy related. And then the weekend after that is 420, which admittedly I find cringe, but I don't know, maybe I do play 420 Warzone or something. So yeah, suddenly there isn't really a lot of room for to continue Battlefield 1. But as a bit of a fun fact, today is April the 8th, and on that day in 1904, the Entente Cordiale was signed between the United Kingdom and France. It was a series of agreements that saw a significant improvement in Anglo-French relations. I'm reading from Wikipedia here. And it is one of the reasons, like it's kind of one of the basis of the Triple Entente. That was the I guess you can say the alliance between said nations together with Russia. So basically, that that agreement is sort of kind of one of the reasons why we're gonna be playing as an Australian fighting against Ottoman Turks in Gallipoli. All due to the fact of that agreement being made, and then a few years later, an Austrian duke is shot by a Serbian terrorist. And honestly, the face of the guy on the right there is honestly a perfect summary of that. You know, like, oh, I'm, Australian, I'm having to fight Ottoman Turks because a Serb shot an Austrian duke. Anyway, yeah, on the Weekend at Loka stream, which, because of the fact that this is after all a spin-off, I am going to include the Weekend at Loka's Battlefield 1 War Story stream in the same playlist, even though it is technically a different show. But yeah, on the first part, I went through Storm of Steel, aka the prologue, went through Mud and Blood, and Friends in High Places, as well as Avanti Savoia. Wasn't quite sure if we're gonna stick that one as well, but we did. So now we have and I think maybe for the better, because if memory serves, I think these two are, well, maybe not lengthier. If anything, the first two have 4 missions and these only have 3. But if memory serves, with the way they're designed, especially Nothing Is Written, being more open-ended. So yeah, but that's enough huffing about. Let's actually jump into action.
We came from all over the world. The innocent, the arrogant, and the brave. We thought the war was to be our rite of passage. A grand adventure that would make us all equal in our quest for glory. But instead of adventure, we found fear. And in war, the only true equalizer is death.
And that's definitely the one thing that I know I bring up when I teach about the First World War. That, you know, it's kind of like after a relatively stable period in Europe, you suddenly have this this big war blossoming up, and it's honestly like seen as some sort of adventure, but also as a chance to prove that, oh, our nation is the best and the greatest, because nationalism had been on the rise for quite some time. So there was definitely that. I mean, to kind of put it this way, that meme that is constantly being made with the more recent All Quiet on the Western Front, of the guy looking super happy and excited to then being, you know, in the muddy trenches. That is basically a perfect summary of what how everyone viewed the world, viewed the war, going into the war, versus the realization that, oh, this won't be just some quick affair. So here we go with Runner. Did I read this? I don't think I did. Yeah, like this storming of Gallipoli is essentially the D-Day for World War I, except definitely more drawn out. Kind of like the entire war, come to think of it.
Frederick Bishop?
Oh, God.
Hey, are you Frederick Bishop?
Nope. He's dead, sorry.
But isn't this your picture?
I suppose so.
Jack Foster. I'm your new charge.
No, you're not. You have to take this kid off me.
Of course not. He came all this way just to see you. Frederick Bishop, the pride of Australia. Been lied about his age to get past conscription.
You know Morse code?
Yes.
Follow me!
What a disaster. Our first wave didn't stand a chance.
Look at all their defenses. How can we take the beach?
We have the dreadnoughts this time. Plug your ears, kid. It's gonna be loud.
Oh my gosh, I have binoculars. Unlike the entire last part, because I learned that there's a very curious bug.
Send these coordinates.
Okay, so it wasn't like...
That's it. Time to go. Well,
I
where do you think you're going?
Oh,
With you?
kind of figured I was gonna be a... You know, oh, here's... You know,
Yeah, okay, you're staying here.
destroy these
And you'll move up with
installations.
recommand only after I fire the signal flare. Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Try to stay out of trouble.
Alright,
We have to get to the top of the beach.
so now I have binoculars. Alright, time to be an Australian.
Damn it, those robots are going to slow.
But I wonder if maybe Gallipoli landing is maybe more comparable to the Battle of Iwo Jima.
Jeez!
Then again, there weren't really many naval battles like this in World War I. Which I suppose, to be fair, makes this pretty obvious, you know, Normandy allegory. Alright, here comes the Ottomans.
Come on, lads, push to the top.
Ah, I see. So did I pick it up? I did. Okay. So yeah, that is a weird bug. Also weird it never was fixed. Although I suppose DICE caring about single player, maybe not so much. So Battlefield 1 gets a lot of praise for its supposed historical accuracy. I'm not here to dunk too much on the historical accuracy because they were gonna make some obvious concessions. For instance, the amount of automatic weapons. So, like, it is somewhat historical accurate. It has a fair bit of inaccuracies, but most of these can really be excused. Give field manual. Apparently had got them. And this might be a hot take, but I'd say that all these historical inaccuracies are kind of on par with what may have been seen in Battlefield 1. Sorry, Battlefield 5. And I know that is gonna be a very hot take. This Battlefield 1 is seen as this historically accurate masterpiece. Battlefield 5 is not. But here's one thing that Battlefield 1 does wrong, and really wrong. So here we have the uniforms for the Ottoman Turks. They look pretty good. Here's a problem though. Those are actually German uniforms. More specifically, German uniforms used for oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's not something they would wear going out to battle, but it's more for ceremonial purposes. So if you take the chance and compare these Ottoman Turks uniforms with the German ones in this game, you'll see that they are really similar looking. Basically the same, except with a color swap. Alright, I will say I do have my grievances with past war stories, but this one I do like how you're really not alone here. I mean, you're the one leading the charge. Obviously, you're the main hero, so to say. But yeah, dude, like I'm the main hero, but that guy just that guy just went up, clobbered a Ottoman in his face, and then got shot. So he was kind of a hero, but he had a heroic sacrifice thing going on. Oh, I kind of figured that this would be a house with field manual or something like that, but I guess not. Ah, I forgot to check whatever. Oh, okay, it's just a collect all the field manuals.
Gotta push towards that.
Actually, I want to rescind my statement of there being not really a lot of naval combat in World War One. I suppose there were a fair bit of it. It's just more that it was new. In the same sense that tank warfare and aerial warfare, when you I think that calls for a rifle grenade. What did that? No. We are regular grenade. I'm getting low on ammo. Look at that bad aim was on me. The second shot should have hit them.
We've got to push towards that overlook.
No, just one rifle. I mean, that is sure to come in handy. Please tell me I didn't just see a ragdoll flying up. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to capture that and just see for myself. Kind of hard to tell, but I think it's just mud or something. But it would have been really hilarious if it was the guy I shot. Oh boy. Well, we have a shotgun. Let's go with the American rock. Whoa. So yes. Yeah, still got it. I think I'll go with the German rifle. Really? Oh, I can have it back. Oh wait, that's not the same one. Or it might be actually. Just without the sight. Oh. Objective clearing. Gotta capture the objective and choose battlefield. Oh. Grenade just bounced off that poor guy. One downside with both Battlefield 1 and 5 is how the pause menu always comes up when you're trying to clip, so it might be a bit annoying. Hopefully not too annoying. If I do clip something. It's not quite clear. This kind of seemed like a field manual. Where are my allies? Did they all die on the way here? Oh no, occupation seems to restart every time. Right side it seems clear. Didn't restart that time. Clear of enemies, but we gotta wait for the arbitrary objective counter.
Time to send up the flare.
Don't know why that was a cutscene instead of being.
Fucking kidding me.
Oh, that might be why.
Look at that, huh? Kid, you lied your way into hell on earth! You just wanted a statue of yourself in your town square!
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Okay, so I get what they're going for with this scene.
Come on.
But
I'm gonna die.
I mean that kid would have seen all that on the way up.
You're Australian.
So why is he having that reaction now?
Yeah. I guess so.
Unless... Not Kiwi, are you?
No.
Now, first things first. Yeah, come on, stand up. Follow me. Arm in here. Just arm out. Butt into your shoulder. That's it. Cheek against the butt. All right, that's it. Point it where you want to shoot. That's it. Okay. Put your feet apart a little bit.
Did they not go through basic training or anything? Did they
beginning
not
to think
have
I already
it?
lost my Australians.
Just took people in like, oh, here's a
Like you and the
gun,
boy.
here's a
We need
rifle.
a runner for the front lines.
Really? No.
Yes.
No. You can't make the kid do it. He'll just stumble into a firefight and get killed.
No, I can do it.
No. I'll do it.
Fine. You're here with me, and you will be running.
I think that's what I was.
I need to find a way past those Ottoman.
And that guy just immediately started spotting me, which I find interesting. Well, not really much in terms of stealth, but I see that as a good thing as I get sniped in spawn essentially. I wonder, is this considered? This is not considered the same level. Sidearm. Grenades. Do I have? I don't have a sidearm there.
I need to find a way past those Ottoman.
Maybe let's put in first. Assuming it wants to die. Yeah, this binocular would have made things a bit easier in the previous war stories. Oh well. Oh, that was just a weird. Dynamite could be useful. Still have this. Ah, apparently I dropped it again. Okay, but how are they even remotely aware of? Still not having the binocular. Okay, so now I'm just continuously dropping it on the ground. And now I can't pick it up. And now it's gone. Great. Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, I can only have one piece of equipment.
I need to find a way past those.
If I want to keep the binoculars. That is certainly annoying. I don't need the game to tell me how to use binoculars again. I also know how to throw lures. But the game seems to believe I have not played a campaign at all. How are they? I'm pretty sure I said this last time as well, but stealth system in this game sucks. Like, how? Oh, guy on the roof. Didn't even see him. Yeah, the AI is really weird.
I need to find a way past those Ottomans.
Oh. Okay. Come on, there. Well, that is something. Okay. Man, this glitch annoying. Because I'd like to keep this. It's useful to have a binocular.
I need to find a way past those Ottomans.
So I know what way to go. Keep track of enemies and all that. I suppose I can spot them. But it's gonna be a lot easier if I can use, say, a binocular. Oh wait, there is. Okay, so basically don't pick anything up. Okay, heard that. Yes, there we go. Oh, shit. And somehow, though, are those other ones? Yeah, everyone is aware of me now. I think. I'm just running somewhere else. What is even going on? Or is it that the AI is reacting to the turret? Oh. No, now I'm getting shot at. Man, how great is this game? Stealth that just straight up doesn't work. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to the next war story. That one is very stealth oriented. Oh. At least I think I got him. Oh! And that guy got the building. Destruction! See, I don't think I clipped that, but that is like a perfect example of stealth just straight up doesn't work. Shotgun ammo. Which is gonna be a bit of a problem because if I switch it out, I'm gonna lose my scope now. No, I still have it equipped. Okay. So there are some rules to this glitch that I am simply unaware of. Because why would I be aware of them? Where's the guy that keeps shooting at me? Can't be that guy. Unless he just ran up to it. Oh, okay, it's the guy next to him. Which there's no way I'll be able to hit from this distance. And let me guess, the game is gonna put me back in the beginning, isn't it? So you have to endure all that again. Yep, knew it.
I need to find a way past those Ottoman.
The thing is that with this war story, narrative-wise, I think it's pretty all right. But it seems really broken. And I'm just trying to figure out the reason why can I pick up a shotgun from the battlefield and that won't replace the binocular, but picking up a silenced weapon pistol with like just some weird rule here. That I don't understand. Or is it just because it's due to the... I don't even know. Why do I keep bothering with this?
I need to find a way past those Ottoman.
I can literally just use this binoculars. Don't need to tell me again how to use them, game. Could I actually just run around from the side? I mean, that seems like something I might be able to do. Now I'm being spotted. Apparently they know I'm here, so now everyone is gonna go crazy. See? It's like, what? I don't understand. Now someone's shooting at me and everyone knows where I am. I mean, this is just straight up broken. I don't understand this. I haven't had this issue previously. Why is it an issue now? See, I'm just out of curiosity. I'm gonna have to. Like, is this just straight up broken? I'm not getting any. Just that. Oh, it's fantastic! And only like fairly generic stuff, but nothing. Yeah, I don't know what to say even.
I need to find a way past those Ottomans.
No, now I'm just straight up being spotted again. By those soldiers far, far away. And now everyone like... There's something seriously wrong with this war story. Kind of cool to see destruction used against them, sure, but yeah, this is just straight up not fun. So I guess it's maybe it's just a case of there's... I don't even know. Game's so broken that stealth doesn't even remotely work. Or maybe being shot from. Oh. I was trying to peek Battlefield 5 style, but it doesn't work. Except, yeah, I'm gonna lose my... How about that? It's now just constantly gonna be like this. Oh! It's like the game wants me to be annoyed. It's like, no, you can't enjoy this. You have to suffer I'll just give up on the binoculars. This is so dumb. I don't even know what to say anymore. Battlefield 1 is such a great campaign, except it's been bugged to crap. Oh, hello?
Yeah. Trouble, right?
No point to stealth, really. I believe I missed that thing.
No turning back.
If I don't have binoculars, I might as well pick up.
Still yourself, you can do this. Set bayonets. Be ready to charge. Set bayonets. Be ready to charge.
This! This whole thing is going to shit. I need to get back to Whitehall.
We just got here. Now we have to run all the way back. Well, I suppose that's kind of my job. Found the runner. That means I run. Oh, more Ottomans that die. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh wait, we have some Tommies. Double kill. How did they get up so far? I meant to bayonet charge actually, but that works.
Fucking hell, you could have killed me.
But I didn't.
No, sure fucking didn't.
Nice shot.
Oh, well, you know, I just kind of saw him out there and I...
You got falling lines across the board.
That's what I thought.
Bishop, go tell rear command that we'll be moving up.
Hey, don't worry. I can handle myself here.
Head down, gun up. No open areas. Got it?
Got it.
Got to get to rear command.
Alright, so now we're on back, but yeah, we're the runner. That's what we're supposed to do.
Where's everyone?
That is indeed a good question. Retreat order.
For those who didn't hear from a runner, the Allied position is lost. Artillery fire ordered to cover retreat to beach, shelling the village and outlying forts. Shit. Foster!
Oh boy.
Fucking Brits. Shelling their own position to cover a retreat.
Just checking for any field manuals. Right. Landing on a horse because oh, time is really of the essence.
Already? Fucking hell.
Oh, come on, horse, don't get stuck like that.
Okay. Now where's Whitehall?
Ready your weapon!
Whitehall has have to wait.
Save it, Bishop.
Oh.
Here first.
There was.
Prepare yourselves, men. Get in cover. Nice shot, Bishop.
Time for a stand. Except they're not really rushing us. So, suppose there aren't any more. So. I'm out of rifle grenades. I'll have to do without. Oh, that's a heavy. And we know how powerful they are. Oh. I might have blown myself up. Right, holding the line, take two. Why was he crouch walking like that? Right, get a shot. There we go. Well, I thought we were supposed to defend, not attack. Unless offense is the best defense. Let's rush them, boys! I say that as in a as if it's a funny thing, but honestly, that's probably the best strategy here, just because of how the AI works. Whee! Look at that guy! Wait while I reload. Whoa! Didn't see him. Well done. Alright, take 3.
Position, men!
Let's be the lone soldier on... Oh wait, no, we had one friendly, except he's falling back. Out fairly well didn't really work out last time, I suppose. I don't think that's gonna be far enough. I thought it was another heavy at first.
Yeah, go to hell. Get out of here.
Love that little animation.
Full scale retreat. They're gonna shell the village and the fort to cover us. We need to get out, now.
I sent men up to secure the fort.
A dead man? Who went?
Only those who volunteered, so naturally all of them.
Fucking kids.
Well, you remember being his age?
Foster. Fuck. I gotta get that kid.
Go. I'll pretend I didn't see you.
This isn't on you.
Of course it is. One more death for me to live with. Go, go, you don't have much time.
I find it curious that he keeps having a rifle without a
Storming a fort by myself.
scope
And I called Foster a pinhead.
in the cutscenes. Let's see if stealth is gonna be as broken this time. 5 enemies, put grenades and collect them. Would have been nice to use binoculars, but thanks game for being buggy. Oh, there we go, now they were spotted.
Quit stalling, Bishop. Let's go.
Okay, that guy was starting to spot me, but he was at least a lookout. Being in a position where, you know, he can see stuff. Two, he's gone. So no wonder. useful in here. You know, that's useful. Not a lot of ammo though. Oh shoot, that was close. Okay, so maybe it's just a thing with the prior level, whereas either that level in particular is a bit glitchy, or stealth isn't really supposed to be an option.
Now, where's the entrance to this damn place?
Oh, that's a problem. Or maybe not. Is this out of bounds? At least I can climb up that rock or wall. Actually surprised they didn't notice me. Starting to think I'm gonna have to shoot my way out of here. Unless... Oh, this might work. Can't believe it. Now I think he's gonna be an issue, maybe? Or not. If that's the case, let's not go bother him. I was planning to at first. Oh, here we have things happening.
What, again? You sure you didn't just want to shoot me?
Come on. Let's get you out of here. This place is about to come down any moment.
We can't leave. There are still hostiles coming, and we can't outrun them with our wounded.
You get going then. I'll cover your retreat.
The bishop is still...
I'll make it look like I'm capturing the fort. It'll be enough distraction. Once you get past Allied lines, send up a flare. Let me know you're safe. I'll make my retreat then. Oh, so you're disobeying orders now?
Well, I assume you did to come here.
Well, I suppose he has a point there.
Yeah. You're a proper Aussie now. Gotta look the part.
Right. Up and at him, lads. Let's go.
All right.
Well, I could think of worse ways to go.
Yeah, stealth. I don't think it's gonna really be a thing here, especially not when I'm watching it. Then again, we do want the distraction, I suppose. Oh, is that like a alarm? Calling for reinforcements, I would assume. Huh, I guess maybe stealth would have been an option. Not that it really matters at this point. Field manual. Time the sword I kind of use self what's the word, like not self-reloading but well, it would be semi-automatic rifles really. What you say? Okay, I wasn't putting that energy to it, but whatever. Ooh, other field man. Crazy here, almost. This might actually be a good combo. Self-loading rifle, that was the word I was looking for. Self-loading rifle and an SMG. That would be perfect. I think I see the alarm thing. Actually, soldiers still here? Because I keep hearing. Oh, that one is still here. Oh, they came up from here. That'd be why.
Think twice, they don't have better aim.
Sei rigotti. Oh, I can actually. Oh, I can climb parkour. Parkour! Parkour! Ah! Oh boy. Oh, alright. That's enough with the silly nonsense.
Christ! Bloody flamethrower!
Of course, the other ones show up when the flamethrower is about to go in flames. I'm talking about being unlucky. Actually, it just occurred to me that I've kind of, in an interesting way, split the different war stories into vaguely, thematically, or not so much thematically, but in terms of factions.
Can't believe we're actually gonna fall for this.
So the first two war stories are, of course, against Germany, and the third one is Austria-Hungary, but that's fairly similar to Germany. And then we have the next two war stories here, where we're fighting the Ottoman Turks. I think I could use more grenades. Well, I suppose I have a grenade rifle. My place to hide. Our fourth field manual. I have a feeling the last one is probably somewhere where we sneaked up. Why did it stop firing? Yeah, this is an area where we can't simply pick one spot and stand still in. There we go, more grenades. Those are handy. Oh, it's because it's a trench, no, not trench. It's a burst SMG. I didn't realize that. But this, in hindsight, the scope should have given that away. Is there a way to see like progress? Because yeah, defeat 5 enemies. I feel like I should have done that at this point, but here we go, objective captured. pretty solid story overall. Aside from the gameplay grievances I had in that second mission, but plot-wise, it's pretty alright. It's pretty good. They'd also give a bit of a, you know, well, kind of showing how important this ended up being both for Turkey, in that it would, because once World War well, not as not the minute the war ended, but very shortly after it, the Ottoman Empire just crumbled, and out of it rose the modern state of Turkey. Then of course we have the thing with Australians and New Zealanders kind of kind of seeing that, oh, maybe, you know, we have our own national identities. Maybe we don't want to be under the flag of England or whatnot. So yeah, these are all pretty important things that kind of came about because of this war. Yeah, you just looking at the map here, it is kind of interesting how with the first stream we essentially did the entirety of West Europe, and now we have East Europe and the Middle East coming up here with Nothing Is Written. And this is where we get the Lawrence of Arabia's story.
In the deserts of Arabia, an insurgency war was raging years before I got to France. Tribes of Bedouins had united to fight a war that was very different from the one we fought in the trenches. Using small mobile units, they challenged the might of an empire, and they were rallied around the ideas of a single, influential warrior. Ideas of freedom and change.
So here we're gonna have a bit more of a guerrilla fighting, which is also, well, not necessarily new. Well, that idea is definitely not new, I suppose. But I wonder if maybe some of the things happening here were kind of starting to create the idea of special forces. There were certainly things during World War II that kind of gave rise to that idea. But anyway, let's get into this last one. Oh, interesting, it actually lists this as Mesopotamia.
The Arabian Desert, a vast ocean of drifting sands and scorched, sun-baked rocks. Beneath these endless dunes, oil, the lifeblood of our new mechanical century. For more than 400 years, the Ottoman Empire has ruled these lands, controlling all that's to be found here. But the Ottomans do not rule unopposed. small bands of Bedouin rebels have united to overthrow the Empire. They strike without warning and then vanish into the desert. Fighting alongside them is a lone British officer whose exploits have earned him wide renown. The world has taken to calling this man Lawrence of Arabia. In the desert, you rely on good planning, but you also hope for a dash of luck. And luck was with us when we learned of a recently derailed Ottoman train carrying a most interesting piece of cargo.
Why is Lawrence of Arabia talking about himself in third person?
A small patrol had joined the Ottomans who survived the crash. Together, they guarded the wreckage and waited for reinforcements.
Oh, that was a soldier, that was just tent. I'll definitely take it. I'll definitely need it. Let's see, I don't remember.
A lone fighter has just one advantage over a large enemy force. A lone fighter can move unseen.
This one I missed.
We strive to do what we think is right, and push through those who would stop us from achieving this, no matter the cost. The tribesmen fought unconventionally, using weapons they knew well. Endurance, individual intelligence, and courage were their primary assets.
Ah, someone talking to his horse. Did he just... spun around? Making things more difficult for me. Can't have that. Let's see if memory serves. Yeah, this Lewis gun. Idiot me thinking that suppressive meant, oh, probably has a sound suppressor on it then. So it started firing. Oh no, it's doing this nonsense again. Just because I picked up grenades. Ugh. That is restart from checkpoint worthy. Because the next part is definitely gonna be annoying. Or, well, the second mission is definitely gonna be annoying without... find a book with it. Being detected, what book?
A lone fighter has just one advantage over a large enemy force. A lone fighter can move unseen. A small patrol had joined the Ottomans who survived the crash. Together, they guarded the wreckage and waited for reinforcements.
So basically, don't
using weapons they knew well.
Pick up things from crates if you want to keep the binoculars.
And courage were their primary assets.
detecting me, I think. And I'm just moved out of reach just at the last second. I like having sandstorms, because it will help me with stealth. Probably. Hopefully. This doesn't count as being detected. Now focus on the lure, ice through. Stabby stab. Okay. So picking up weapons is fine. Picking up weapons from crates is not.
When your enemy has better weapons and better equipment than you, steal from your enemy.
Be on the lookout for field manuals. At the cost of losing binoculars. Can't believe they never fixed that.
There's a world of difference between seeing something and having it in your own two hands.
This seems like a bad idea. Oh, he won't go down. Here.
Come out! It's over.
Ah, we
Well,
did
you did not think
accomplish
we
it.
would be fast enough to catch you here, did you? Lawrence of Arabia.
Actually, I was rather depending on it.
Lawrence. Well, this is very clever. Now the hunter becomes the hunted. So who might you be? How enchanting you are, my dear.
Ahmed.
I'll show you enchanting. If it weren't for you, I'd be free.
Free, is it? You'll be free when you're dead. And I'm happy to tell you, the Empire intends to grant you all this freedom very soon. Even now, an engine of destruction scours this desert, obliterating your allies, your families, your homes. Soon there will be nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Soon all that you know, and all that you love, will be ashes. You will all be free to die. Oh. Ah, you animal!
Zara.
Now, I understand that you would like nothing more than to strip the flesh from that man's feet and send him off into the desert naked to die. But think about it.
You're right.
I'm sorry. My friend here, she can be a little brusque.
You're going to tell me how to lie to your train, so we can lure it into a trap and destroy it.
Impossible. To even begin to talk to that train, you would need an entire book of communication codes.
Oh, like this one, you mean?
You can never stop the progress of machines! One day, the whole world will take your lands and the precious black gold beneath its sands.
We shall see, my friend.
Of course, obtaining the codebook was not enough. To destroy this Iron Dragon, this Canavar, as the Ottomans had named it, we had to send it 3 encrypted messages telling it to stand down. There were Ottoman outposts scattered along the railroad tracks. The commanders there carried high-priority message capsules. We had to use those to send our orders. Infiltrating the village wouldn't be easy. A full detachment of Ottoman soldiers had occupied it. The Ottomans had chosen an isolated location for their desert outpost. It seemed lightly defended. It was also well stocked with arms and equipment. The ancient ruins were all that remained of a civilization now lost to time. The Ottoman Empire brought in the modern world with a host of armored vehicles and field guns.
3 commanders to eliminate, 3 personal message capsules to be stolen, and then sent with our false orders.
How Zara tackled this dangerous and audacious mission was up to her.
Yeah, this is why I really wanted to hold on to the binoculars. These things would get really annoying otherwise, I feel. One of the officers by using a bolt-action rifle. Okay. Melee attack. Using a tank, okay. pretty sure there's
Bedouin
a
treasured their
trophy
horses,
for
and in
doing
return,
this without being
those
detected.
animals granted their riders unparalleled speed and mobility.
But I don't have the patience to do that on stream. Already detected. Granted by just a transport and didn't alert the camp anyway. Let's see, we should. We can't have grenades. Because reasons. Now what would be a good spot to kind of camp out? This place. There we go. It's over Ottomans. I had the high ground, although it kinda gives me level playing field. No, that's not what I meant to do. Looks like gramophone anyway. Surprisingly few enemies here. You'd think there'd be more. Ah, that's the commander. I'd like to know if there's even more before. There's a flame trooper. Here we go. Down there with a... Why is he breaching that door? Oh, hello. Oh boy, let's get out of there. Okay, that was pretty fun. Oh. Oh. No, he's just climbing up. What is going on? Oh my gosh. That's pretty hilarious. And we have a satchel. Okay, so we don't have to collect all of them. For what happened to you, friend? Wait. No, he is inside the wall. Keep talking about modern stuff, but that seems more like witchcraft to me. Which is oh. Hello, pigeon. You'll do an important task for us.
A single order wouldn't be enough.
Very
Ottoman
convenient, of course.
protocol required the message to be received in triplicate before the train would acknowledge it as genuine.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good good thing, I feel. You know, if you want to combat misinformation. Make sure you get it from, you know, 3 different sources. Man, the Ottomans were really on top of it. See, you know what? I'm out of curiosity. That's not what I wanted to do, although it kind of helped. Oh, okay, I was slightly wrong. It wasn't, I'll do it with stealth, but just kill them with melee kills. So we kind of already failed that one. But we did get a new, another one of these codex, so see that as an absolute win. Somehow that soldier were starting to spot us. And then we'll send in reinforcements. Also sending reinforcements. Where's the guy that started spotting us? Some sort of zoom on the binoculars would definitely help, I feel. There's like even fewer guys here that I'm seeing anyway. There ended up being a bit more once we actually got inside. Oh, there it is. You'll die. Then we'll disable this alarm, even though I probably no chance that will be activated, but better safe than sorry. I assume the commander has to be inside that building. Let's get a better view. Still really no more soldiers. This doesn't seem right. There's a patrol. The commander's surely inside. Let's let the patrol pass. How did they spot me? What? It was a good thing I disabled that. Only the patrols seem like the other nearby soldiers doesn't really seem that concerned. Oh, that's a bit overkill, but oh. Oh, those are mortars. Oh, we have another one oh no, he went for oh boy. And the mortar guys are too busy mortaring. Can I pick up the dynamite? Not if I want to keep the binoculars. That is annoying. Ah! Why do I have to keep? Now I don't even know where I am. Well, let's do this again. Hopefully it will go better. It was really going awful. It was just me once again trying to pick something up, even though that causes the whole game to go bananas with the binoculars. Still can't believe, like, no one at DICE seemed to realize that. Oh, maybe that's an issue that needs to be fixed. Is it possible they actually saw the... Oh, here we go. Let's see what will happen now. Like, will they just immediately go berserk? Did I happen to be in a position where they just instantly could see me? I suppose that's a possibility. Their AI is programmed differently in the vehicle.
Hepsi beni sevmiyor. İnşallah. Atlatacağız inşallah.
Bit of a slight off topic, but the amount of students I've had saying inshallah when it comes to, like, you know, if they'll succeed the test or whatever, is surprisingly high. To which I go like, there we go. Second commander killed. This one fully stealthily, although that seemed to have gotten the attention of that guy. The super hearing. Just climbing up. That they will really see anything. Don't mind me.
Ondan olur. Tedbirli olmak lazım. Yoksa sonumuz romanlara benzer.
Go, another pigeon. We're sending away. Also, the horse does teleport here.
We were
I mean, I
putting a
suppose
great
that's
deal of
convenient.
trust in Zara's capabilities, but I had complete confidence that she would carry the day.
The way he started saying that kind of made it feel like it's like, oh, they don't have any choice whatsoever. Was this the right call? I don't know. And the detection for the truck does seem to be accelerated or heightened compared with the regular soldiers. I thought this was harder. This mission, that is. Let's hold it there. Looks like some sort of camp, maybe. And an unguarded machine gun. Right side, there's a field manual. Be the commander, I assume. Or is it? Now that may just be the mark for the big gun. Oh, the command. No, that's where they have the pigeons. Looks like. Where would the commander be? Unless that is where this kind of. Oh. Coming truck. spotting me. Maybe I were too close to the horse. Okay, it was a whore. Ah, that might be what it come. There is no. Maybe I don't know. It's a lookout spot anyway. Maybe that will help with locating the commander. Is that the commander? I kind of thought it was a flame trooper. It's kind of hard to tell those icons. That's for this observation place will come in handy. We have more troops. There's the commander. It's a tank which we could use. Looks like you have a bodyguard with him. It's of course some sort of elite trooper. I don't like the fact that scout able to spot me from here. So I think I'm gonna have to deal with him. For proceeding with the commander. My gamer instinct told me to mine that rock. Where the pigeons are. I suppose it could be a bodyguard, but they are a bit separated. This might be possible. Taking him out quietly.
Ondan olur. Tedbirli olmak lazım. Yoksa sonumuz Romalılara benzer.
Of course it starts moving when I'm getting close.
Afiyette misin?
I'm trying to remember
Çekeceksin bir duvar. Sonra hiç böyle uğraşmayacaksın.
if there was something to do with the elites, like not being able to be stealth killed. What in the world? Just spawn on top of him.
Hızlı can vermesin. Teslim olursan söz işkence etmeyeceğim sana.
There's another one. I didn't see.
Burada olduğunu biliyorum. Teslim olursan sana iyi muamele ederim. Göz kulak.
Oh boy. Okay, so you can't stealth kill them. And he somehow didn't notice that banging. That's hilarious, actually. Boy, trouble's coming. Come on. There we go. Don't know why the flame trooper is running in the wrong direction. Oh, and I completely forgot to take the satchel. Oh no, someone got to the tank before I did. Oh, it's all going great. Oh, the tank is over there. So now there are... No, there are two tanks. But I don't have any explosives because I couldn't pick anything up because then I would lose my binoculars. Alright, let's just pick up this satchel. And then just run for it. Yeah, I'm well aware I need explosives, but as I said, couldn't pick any up. So otherwise the game would glitch out with the binoculars because it's really weird like that. How are they completely aware of my presence where it doesn't matter where I go and they know where I am? Oh well.
You see, the message had already been sent, my dear. Not the message you would have wanted. Lawrence was such a good host. It almost seemed rude to escape. I made sure to note the location of Lawrence's camp, of course. Which means... the train knows too. Twice, you told that train everything was clear. But... I told it exactly where to attack. The beast has your scent, my dear. And it's coming to slaughter you and your little band of rebels. First, the firestorm from the cannon. Then, up close with the troops to slaughter any survivors. The legend of Lawrence of Arabia dies tonight.
You slipped away just in time. Till Kitchy was a fool to think we'd ever stay after he escaped.
The carnival won't stop hunting us.
No, it won't. Let me think.
Why do I feel like there was something missing here?
The train's coming a long way.
Like, that was really short.
So it'll have to stop to take on water. That's where we strike.
Agreed. I'll deal with any sentries, then rig explosives on the track.
Yes, and I'll rally our fighters.
When I blow the lines, the train will be trapped. So when you hear the blast, you need to attack them with everything you have.
It's good. But you know that there's a chance the men may not come. You may set off those explosives and find you're out there all alone. You know that.
I guess I won't know either way until I set it off.
Man makes plans, and God laughs. As it turned out,
Boy,
a
can I
small
relate to
town
that.
would ambush the train had a significant enemy presence. Those troops would have to be dealt with before the explosives could be set.
Destroying all vehicles. So yeah, we're gonna have to give up the binoculars. Let's see, out of curiosity, destroy the 3 vehicles while undetected. Collect all field manuals. Oh, they're leaving the vehicles. That's actually handy. Oh, there's a big boy. Explosives here, I assume. It's not the tank grenade. Dynamite. Grenades. Also that silenced sniper will definitely come in handy. Better make the stealthing count, spotting count here. First one shouldn't really be any issues. But I'm a little unsure how many explosives I'll need exactly.
Those troops in the village had to be dealt with before we could push on with our plan to destroy the train.
See, I feel a bit cheap for this, but I am gonna quickly Google how many you require, because if it's just one dynamite, if that's enough, that would be amazing. Oh, to remain undetected, this players need to destroy all vehicles simultaneously. Okay, so one set of dynamite is enough. That is good to know. Something. There's one armed. Afraid. He didn't go as far as I. Oh, there we go. That was just a horse. This one should also be pretty simple now. They'll hear that though, but wonder if this is this on the same map? Yeah, so it is the same outpost. At least gameplay
Those
wise.
troops in the village had to be dealt with before we could push on with our plan to destroy the train.
I don't know if it's supposed to be the same village. No, it has to be. But that's more gonna come more in handy later.
Neler geçiyor birader? Kayıttan sesler mi işitiyor?
Seçerim böyleyse. Ne diye buraya tahsis edildik ki?
Ne ekersen onu biçersin.
What's another one that I didn't know about? Him we can lure away, I think. Should be able to anyway.
Allah'ıma kitabım burada bir şeyler var. Bana göz kulak ol. Ne olur ne olmaz.
I have a feeling that might have counted as being detected.
Ne düşünürsün hele?
Guess we'll find out soon enough. Now we just find a good spot where we can hopefully see it all go kaboom. Ah! For me, that didn't count as being detected. And now to clear them all. Oh, they all went for it. Oh boy. No! Oh man. Okay, on the bright side, I don't have to do all that again. Checkpointing does seem to work a bit weird. Like it will remember what you've done in terms of objectives, but it doesn't seem to remember anything else. Well, and your loadout, I suppose. That was lucky. Now I have no clue where they all are, which is also annoying. Oh, come on. I don't even know how I got hit, where I got hit from, or anything. That's just annoying. Like, if this was a COD campaign, it would have remembered that I would have been on that roof when the charges went off. I guess that's too much to expect of DICE, to be fair. Okay, what do we have anti-tank units. Stealthing through the entire thing was pretty fun. This, not so much. There's also the and the fact that they all instantly know where we are is also annoying. I was afraid I had hit the horse there. Higher. I have mortar. Oh, he's still kicking. I was slightly off. That was a hit anyway. There we go. Heavy's down. Now to deal with the mortar. Which, oh, coincidentally enough was on the same roof I was climbing. Now comes the boss. Comes the boss fight. The boss fight is just industrialization in a way. Oh, that mortar would have been handy. Here we all come charging. Ah! Handy thing about field guns, except I don't have any. Oh, they probably meant these. Ooh, good gun. Because we're out of anti-tank grenades. Even has its own health bar, even if it's just the same one that is used for the emotes. Player. What? How did I die? What? Okay, that time I could at least tell that the field gun I was using was being damaged. So that's probably... you're probably meant to like fire one or two shots. And then move away. Because yeah, the train starts shooting up like this. That time I actually got out in time. I had one. Right on top of me. Ah! One more. Starting to take damage. Have these grenades. Oh, it's almost dead. I think it's about to die even. Train is dead.
Vengeance can be a sweet or bitter brew. How did you find it, Zara?
And you're right, we do need to think bigger, act bigger. Maybe even the Suez Canal. Tell me, what do you know about battleships?
Ottoman wasn't necessarily wrong when he said, you know, that oh, the world is gonna come for your oil, which is another important and depressing lesson from the First World War. How really a lot of the things we're seeing now can actually be traced back to the First World War. So yeah, there was Nothing Is Written. I think it's generally considered to be one of the weaker ones. I don't really know where to put it, but for me, Avanti Savoia is the lowest, definitely. These two are in the highest place, and then these two are more in the middle. I feel like they're fine. I think this one's fine story-wise, but borked gameplay-wise. And this one is a bit on the opposite. I do like the gameplay a bit more, but the story is kind of like on its own. So, but yeah, that's all of the war stories. So let's watch this a closing message from the Battlefield 1 team dedicated to those who served. By the time this game came out, like can't be many left. There's probably I suppose it's even doubtful that anyone is still alive, but I don't know.
One day, all this will be over. The war to end all wars will be won by one side or the other. The guns will rust, grass will grow, and there'll be nothing left of any of this. The land will heal itself, as everything does in the end. We'll be long gone by then, but maybe not forgotten. History only remembers 1 in 1,000 of us. Then the future will be filled with stories of who we were and what we did, how we lived, how we fought, and how we died. When this is all over and the war is won, they will remember us. But until that day comes, we will stand. We will look death in the eye. And we will fight.
Now comes the credits, which I suppose are fitting. Some talking over all the names of everyone involved in this project. I assume it's I assume it's the credits for the entire team and not just the ones that made a single player. But yeah, that was Battlefield 1's War Stories. Divided into 2 streaming parts. Honestly, I was a little taken aback by how similar I felt this epilogue was to the Battlefield 5 one. In a sort of similarly weird way, and it kind of felt like, oh, good on you for playing the single player, now play the multiplayer. But yeah, on its whole, I do enjoy the campaign, or more accurately, these war stories that I guess you could say, form a campaign. I still like the I still very much like the idea of these war stories instead of having one campaign where you play as the single as the same character throughout, like in Battlefield 3 and 4 and Hardline. I might have brought this up particularly in the first part, but I think it really boils down to the fact that it allows you, and this is specifically talking with Battlefield, because you do have more gameplay opportunities in terms to regular infantry and tanks and planes. So I do feel like war stories is a better way to kind of put you in these different situations as opposed to one campaign where you're basically limited to one character, like Wrecker in Battlefield 4, that essentially puts you in infantry only situations. And what I don't remember if there's any like tank sections. I know for sure there isn't any helicopter or plane sequences, but I suppose in Battlefield 3 at least it would you would be playing as a different character then. But I still like the very much still the idea of these war stories, especially for I suppose a bigger war, so that it allows you the opportunity to experience the war in like one section and then play as a different character in another section, and also, you know, again with the slightly different gameplay opportunities. Although that's probably the bit where I do feel that the war stories do falter a bit. Like they do kind of evolve to the same one-man army super soldier stealthing your way through the, well, not the entire thing I suppose, but you get the meaning. It kind of goes down the same gameplay loop, which it is something I do find worthy of criticism. In that I do wish that they actually leaned even further into the more specific roles. Like having a tank war story, I feel like should be mostly relegated to the tank. A plane war story, well, actually that one I feel stuck very close to its guns. There wasn't really that many on foot sections, and a few ones that were did actually make a bit more degree of sense. So that is something I do wish that they would have leaned further into, just to really take advantage of these of these war stories.
When I was a young man, I carried
Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Talking over.
the free life of a rover. From the Murray's green basin.
Another criticism I do have is the fact that we only get the Allied, the Triple Entente perspectives, and nothing from
my country said, son,
from the Central Powers.
it's time to stop rambling, 'cause there's work to be done. So
It's especially jarring since they do want to go into that, you know, oh, behind every, you know, gun sight is a person. And I feel like you could maybe emphasize that more if you actually were able to, say, play as the Germans for one war story. And you also wouldn't really have the stigma that kind of comes with playing as Germans in a World War II game. Because you have to be real careful with something that is from the perspective of either Germany or Japan even. I suppose in that way Japan is actually even worse in some ways. But especially considering the big lesson that kind of comes with World War I is that there were no, you know, there wasn't a good side versus a bad side. It was just all these different, all these different countries that were kind of bound by all these alliances, this web of alliances, as well as the fact that you kind of had for the last couple of decades an increased sense of nationalism in a lot of these countries, and imperialism as well, particularly in terms of like England or France, Germany as well, like the big superpowers of Europe that also were trying to become more powerful by having more of a presence in other parts of the world. So that always baffled me with the lack of Central Powers war story. And it did make me a little like when they did announce that Battlefield 5 was gonna have a war story from the German perspective. It kind of feels like, and especially since they did say that it was in response to the lack of Central Powers perspective in the Battlefield 1 campaign. But I feel like there's a weird lesson to take from one of the wars that, you know, where there very much is a where it's very much all a matter of varying degrees of grey, and then in contrast you go more nuanced, or try to go more nuanced in one of the wars that actually has a I'd say very clear good and evil sides. Even though I know some people come real quick to point out, oh, but the Allies did bad things as well. Like, yeah, but it's not even comparable to to what the Nazis did. So I don't, like, you can definitely play that card with World War One, that there wasn't necessarily one side that was worse or more evil than the other. It was just all countries and empires that wanted to prove themselves, gain more control, take down, you know, gain revenge for on their enemies for past grievances, particularly when it came to France and Germany. But yeah, to kind of go back to this game, Battlefield 1, another reason why I do like the war stories is the fact that it actually kind of reminds me of how campaigns were structured in particularly in the older COD games, where you would essentially have one campaign kind of split into three smaller ones, one American, one British, and a Soviet one. And that was kind of and that was their way of including different parts of the world and the war, and that's what the war stories, I feel, also accomplish. Whoops. And also it is also pretty interesting to watch, you know, previous DICE campaigns where I don't think you can really call any of them well written. Maybe the first Bad Company, but that's more in a like, oh, it's has some humor to it, but it's not a literary masterpiece or anything. And then the subsequent campaigns are kind of not very strong narrative wise, and then you come here to Battlefield 1 and its war stories, and it's all smaller scale, but it's like the writing is also on a whole just a lot better. Although, well, there is a varying degree of quality again. Like the Friends in High Places and Through Mud and Blood are definitely the strong points. While, well, I suppose The Runner is also decent enough narrative-wise. But Avanti Saviola and Nothing Is Written definitely leaves things to be desired narrative-wise, even if the ending for Avanti Saviola does get to me. But that one is just the weakest in terms of like that one has a very clear sense of ludonarrative dissonance. So yeah, that's trying to think of anything else to say about Battlefield 1's war stories. Music is very good. That's worth pointing out as I'm just listening to well, as we're all listening to this one track now. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say about Battlefield 1's war stories. And and any other thing I like vaguely can think of would be more relegated to Battlefield 5's anyway, which I will play at some point. Very likely on Tuesdays with Loka. Although that oh, here we have a bunch of oh, Fick 44. I salute you. So was honestly looking for his name. Oh, as if I needed another reason to feel sad. Oh, fly high, Recon. Fly high. But yeah, I will do Battlefield 5's war stories as well. But it will be sometime in May. Because as I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm really blanking on. Oh no, I guess that's the end of the credits. Yep. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. Like codex, is there? Can you tell which ones are from the campaign or not? Not really.
The Battle of
Yeah, here's a few.
It was in the 11th.
I was kind of thinking that, oh, maybe we want to read on some of this. I think it's kind of unclear which.
The war. Germany.
Now this is something that I do miss in Battlefield 5, the codexes. Yeah, it's definitely split over. But yeah, to kind of go back, I do have this idea of doing a whole bunch of World War II related stuff to commemorate the 80th anniversary for the ending of the war. But you kind of can't really, at least the way I feel, you can't really bring up World War II without somehow bringing up World War I, just because of how many things were set in motion for things to come, not just with the Second War, but also, I mean, like there are things, like the way things are now in certain areas can definitely be traced back to the First World War. So it really set the stage for a lot of things to come. So that's why I kind of wanted to do some World War I stuff before jumping on World War II. But as I said, Battlefield 5's war stories will be sometime in May, probably. Close to Victory in Europe Day. I was a little unsure about where to, start doing that, if I wanted to do it in May or wait until August for when the war ended completely. But all of the single player stuff I have is all about Europe anyway, as it stands. But yeah, we'll continue with World War I stuff for the time being, and I guess it might actually continue next week for Tuesdays with Loka. I kind of got things confused and thought that World Book Day was next Wednesday, but it's actually in Wednesday in 2 weeks. Not that it necessarily, again, that's on a Wednesday. However, I did feel that, oh, maybe I should have something where I suppose for World Book Eve I have some sort of Tuesday with Lokas. Gotta remember, it's Tuesdays with Lokas, with something based on literary. Since we've had one, I suppose two if we count the Weekend of Locus one with a historical game. But well, I suppose fittingly enough, next Tuesday is World Art Day, and the next game in terms of World War I that I'm gonna play through is, fittingly enough, Valiant Hearts: The Great War. And I can't think of a better game to play on World Art Day. Not just because video games are a form of art in and of itself, but also just, I mean, that game is really is a work of art. But that will be for next Tuesdays with Loka. And sticking to my new schedule, there will be a video tomorrow. It will be a Warzone video because I already have enough clips for a Verdansk video. Which, wow, I've really been missing it. I'm really enjoying its return. The only thing I'm thinking of now is that I have the video completely mapped out for the regular 10 minutes, but I'm actually considering making it a 15-minute video, just to emphasize that, oh, this is a big deal. But I'm not 100% sure about that. But that's what I got planned for Wednesday. A Warzone video anyway. We'll see if it's 10 or 15 minutes long. I feel like 15, yeah, I kinda want to do 15 minutes just because I rarely do it these days, and that would be one of those moments where, yep, Verdansk is back, here's glorious 15 minutes of it. Friday will be the second episode of the Galactic Conquest Let's Play. And then we'll see for Weekend at Loka's. Looks like it might not be on Saturday, so I'm kind of in a not entirely sure what I'll be playing. So I could have actually been playing this, not do, but I do feel like Tuesdays with Loka's is probably still for the best to have. But that's enough. I'm almost as scared to know how much time of this I spent japping instead of playing. But yeah, that is what you're gonna have for the rest of the week, at least Wednesday and Friday, and then we'll see what I do for Weekend at Loka's. But next Tuesday, Valiant Hearts: The Great War. Which that one I'm really excited about to play. Haven't played that one since the one time I played it, and it's a really good game. Yeah. That was Battlefield 1 and the War Stories. Don't know what I'm doing with the menu. A multiplayer stream is not out of the question, but now I'm kind of considering maybe I should include Verdun and all those, and the that whole trilogy of games, but they're also multiplayer focused, so I don't know. Anyway, that's enough japping. Hope you enjoyed watching this stream. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. You can follow me on both Twitter and Blue Sky, and I'll see you next time.